स्वागत है आपका एक और एपिसोड में जहां हम बात करते हैं आपके सवाल और जवाबों का CUET के रिज़ल्ट और एडमिशन से रिलेटेड। तो आज हम आए हैं दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के सोशल सेंट्रल स्कूल में। तो जैसा कि आप जानते हैं हम प्रोफेसर मंजू एम गुप्ता से बातें करते रहते हैं, जो कि दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी की प्रोफेसर है और उसके साथ साथ इस स्कूल की मैनेजमेंट में भी है। तो आइए चलते हैं उनके पास और अपनी बातों को आगे ले जाते हैं। सो आज हम फिर से आए हैं आपके सवाल जवाब लेके दोबारा प्रोफेसर मंजू मैम के पास। सो थैंक यू सो मच मैम, आज आपने फिर से इतना टाइम दिया। आई होप हम जो वीडियो बना रहे हैं उससे बच्चों की काफ़ी हेल्प हो रही है। और आजकल तो मैं देख रहा हूँ बच्चे हमसे काफ़ी रिलेट भी कर रहे हैं, बहुत क्वेश्चंस भी आ रहे हैं। तो इसके लिए आपको फिर से थैंक यू, आप टाइम से आप रिप्लाई करते रहते हो। सो चलिए अब इस एपिसोड का हम आगे बढ़ाते हैं, पूछते हैं आगे बच्चों के सवाल। तो मैम इस एपिसोड का पहला सवाल मैं आपसे ये पूछूंगा कि एक साथ ना बहुत कुछ स्टार्ट हो गया तो बच्चे बहुत कन्फ्यूज़ हो गए हैं। जैसे करेक्शन विंडो भी खुल चुकी है, फेज़ 2 का एडमिशन भी चल रहा है। तो मैं चाहूँगा आप बच्चों को थोड़ा गाइड करो कि वो किस स्टेप में गलती ना करें।
Yes, because NTA delayed the results. Now everything was waiting, so correction window also is open, and then phase 2 also is started. Of course, it is started, but the idea to start everything together is not to delay your academic session. But you don't have to get confused with this. Like I tell you, in correction window, and even if those who have not applied till now can still apply, because registration of phase 1 is also open. So those students I see, Akash keeps asking me कि मैम उन्होंने वो सर्टिफिकेट गलत लगा दिया, उनके पिताजी का नाम गलत लिख दिया. Now you can change anything in the correction window. That's an opportunity for you. So once you do things in correction window, then only you will reach to the phase 2 admission. So once you are okay with your phase 1 and you say done, and correction also is done, because there is only one chance for correction. You cannot do it every time. Once you have done correction, then there is no way you have to reach to the phase 2 of the admission process. So by now you must be knowing what is to be done in phase 2. In phase 2 you have to fill your preferences.
तो हम वैसे तो हमने प्रेफरेंसेस पे बहुत सारी बातें कर ली हैं, बहुत सारी वीडियोस भी कर ली हैं, पर अब वो शायद एक्चुअल टाइम है जहाँ पे उनको प्रैक्टिकल करना है। तो मैं चाहूँगा कि आप एक बार उन्हें फिर बताओ कि उनको किन किन बातों का ध्यान रखना है।
Now practically you know what you're going to do for preference list. Like by now you must have decided which college you want to go, and you have your result in front of you. And when you press the button for phase 2, what you will see is that it opens the list of courses where you are eligible. Say for example you are eligible for BCom honors, and then if you try to select that, it will show you that in which colleges you can take, and that way you can decide for your options. It will ask you whether you want to keep this at number 1 or number 2 or whatever is your priority. So I think that you will be able to handle. But the main things which you must remember while doing this is, first I would say you have to be very practical. Practical meaning assess your situation very well. Say for example, I see people saying list whatever you want to do, whichever course, but I would say introspect that you'll get it or not. Say for example, I see a lot of students asking, my score ma'am is 430, would I get, I just want to do it in from North campus, and what do I do? You do nothing, because in practical terms you will not be able to get it. So what the thing is that you should first of all understand it very well where you will be able to reach with this score, meaning be on the ground realities and make a list and decide which courses you actually want to study and in which college you will get those courses, and fill as many options as you want. And what is university doing this time, or maybe it might be doing earlier also, but the good thing this time is that it will display your simulated score, where you will know where do you stand. You still have a chance to change after that. From 9th through 11th it will open the window again, allow you to change that which course or which subject you still want to change your preference. So I think the most important thing which is in your hand is to decide the right thing which you want for yourself, not the right which is right or good, which is in your reach, which you will be able to get with your score which you have.
मैम ये तो ठीक है कि वो अपने नंबर के हिसाब से अपनी प्रेफरेंस लिस्ट बन लेंगे, पर कुछ और बातें भी है जिनको उनका ध्यान रखना चाहिए।
Right. For seat allotment, two more things I would like to mention here. One is that you must do the subject mapping accurately. Meaning, what is subject mapping? Is that you should have given CUET only in the subjects where which you have studied in class 12. If your subject mapping is not correct, because then you will not be displayed any programs to pursue, because the algorithm is checking your eligibility in the courses and will offer you that in these courses you have this much of score if you want to try. So first thing is that you must yourself do subject mapping correctly. If you don't do it correctly, when your application will reach to the college, you will again be stopped. So one thing is subject mapping, and then second is saving all your information. Saving all your information, if you don't save it, whatever you are doing is, you will be feeling that I am doing it, but it is not there on the portal. Another thing is that you should fill your 12th marks very carefully. If your marks are not correctly filled, then because I feel there will be a lot of ties for the marks, there will be a lot of students at 1 mark, and after that it will be the 12th marks which will be deciding. So if you take care of these 2-3 things apart from filling the correct, meaning the practical subject program college preference list, I think you will get through this admission this time.
मैम एक टर्म है साइमुलेटेड स्कोर, आप बच्चों को वो एक्सप्लेन करो कि वो असल में होता क्या है, क्योंकि बच्चे इसको लेके बहुत कंफ्यूज हैं.
Simulated score, if you look at this is basically a computation term, but for students to understand, it refers to your relative position. Like maybe 3 lakh applications have come, and if you get your simulated score for BSc Life Sciences, that means, and your rank is 1000, that means that 999 students are above you, they will be given preference. And if you come to know that there are only 500 seats for BSc Life Sciences, then you can believe that you don't have chance there in the first list at least. And the other thing here is, you should also remember there will be tie again. So if you are given this information, you should fully exploit this information. That means your relative position among the applications which have come, not among the CUET score, among the applications which have come to DU, and your relative position. And if you cache this information, it will really help you in getting to your dream college. Meaning 2 important things I told you here. One is critically evaluate your score, where it will take you. And the second thing is, again have a look at the simulated score and review your situation, and why not get your desired college in the first list itself. You can do it, because this time and this mode of admissions, the students' activity, students' choice, students' way of filling form is also very important in getting through. I hope it helps.
मैम इस बार 12th के मार्क्स भी काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, पर मेरे को ये समझ नहीं आ रहा क्यों, क्योंकि एडमिशन का बेस तो CUET स्कोर है, तो इसको थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करें.
Yes, I agree with you absolutely, because बीच में ऐसा कुछ वेव चला था कि 12th के मार्क्स की तो कोई इम्पोर्टेंस ही नहीं है. You can ignore your class 12th marks and focus on CUET, join some college, but it is not like this. 12th marks are very, very important. Like today's newspaper, I read a statement coming in many newspapers that the spot admission will be based on class 12th marks. And otherwise also, when you are stuck in a tie for anything, even if you are taking admission for on any basis, if you are stuck on a tie, your decision of admission will be based on your 12th marks. So that is very important. Again, it's a message from my side, you should not ignore your 12th class. Why? Because the CUET exam is also based on 12th syllabus, and class 12th marks are quite important.
तो मैम अभी तो वो स्टेज नहीं आई है, पर फिर भी मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहूँगा कि कई बच्चों ने फ़ीस भरी है पर उनके पोर्टल पे शो नहीं होता. वो कहते हैं मेरे पास यूनिवर्सिटी से मेल आई है, मेरे पास कॉलेज से मेल आई है, तो ये सब क्या हो रहा है?
The way this computation or computer things are progressing, especially when we are reaching to the era of AI, and I hope everybody understands the personal data leakage, theft, and lots of things are happening. You get lots of fake mails. So all this is because of this. Even I remember a lot of students saying that we received a link and we paid the fees there. So it's a strict advice from university side, not myself I am saying. University also says that you have to only look at the university portal, and for any information which university is wanting to send you will be seen on your dashboard. So they don't send you mails. Whatever you are getting, even in the same way when your application reaches to the college level, they raise a query. If your certificate is not right, they will not send you a mail, and you also need not reply them on a mail. Everything is done on the portal. They will raise a query that your class 12th certificate is not right, please submit us new certificate. But they will never send you personal mails. And especially it's a general advice, if you are making any payment anywhere, whether it is fees or anything, must check from where this mail has come, and let's not be very quick in making the payment. So it will again will be done at the portal, and at your dashboard the links will be displayed, and it will not be a personal mail to anyone.
मैम अब जैसे CUET का रिज़ल्ट तो आ गया है, पर कई बच्चों का नहीं हुआ है, कई बच्चों का क्लियर हो गया है, तो मैं चाहूँगा कि आप 2 लाइन उन बच्चों के लिए कहें जिनका नहीं हुआ है इस बार.
So you want me to advise those students whose score is low and they are scared that they will not get it, they will not be able to make it to DU regular colleges. So for the lower side, what I would say is that keep the options of SOL and non-collegiate open. They have very good courses, and I tell you what I observe in my college, very good students are coming for School of Open Learning. We have classes happening in the regular colleges Saturdays and Sunday. Like in my botany lab also I see students, and they are very good students. They are coming from Indira Gandhi Open University, they are doing BSc. So that is not the end of the world, I would say. There are lots of private universities also, and it's your desire. If you are absolutely keen doing it from DU, then maybe you can think of dropping the year, but it's all your choice. But what I can say here is not to lose your heart. This is not the end of the world, and there are many students which are at the lower end, meaning they should not feel discouraged. They should try till the end, meaning they can apply in evening colleges where the score is expected to be a bit low. Then they should wait till the last, till the spot admission. Maybe they fit themselves there and they get through the spot admission, and again, as I told you already, it might be based on the class 12th marks. Then there is one more thing, you can change your choice of subjects also a bit. Like sometimes taking honors and taking past course also does not make a lot of difference. So I think with this much you will be able to decide yourself, but again I would say this is not the end of the world. You should try your best for getting your best in your life. Thank you.
तो बस आज के लिए इतना ही मैम. मैं समझ सकता हूँ आजकल टाइम का बहुत लिमिटेशन है आपके पास, पर कोई नहीं, आप हमें इतना टाइम देते हो वही बहुत बच्चों के लिए प्रीसियस है. पर मैं एक बात कहना चाहूँगा कि हम कमेंट में रिप्लाई बहुत फास्ट करते हैं, तो आप अपने जल्दी जल्दी कमेंट डालें उसमें. और कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि हम आपको 1 दिन बाद या 2 दिन बाद रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं. हम कोशिश करते हैं कि आपके सवाल का जवाब जल्दी जल्दी करें. सो थैंक यू और